Discussing the world of sports, we're indeed talking about a highly competitive realm. For those who are professional athletes in their chosen sport, victory is paramount. In sports, regardless of the discipline, it's not just physical strength that's tested, but also mental fortitude. This is why many athletes engage in psychological warfare, or psy-war, which often crosses the line as some athletes do not hesitate to launch excessive insults and trash talk. Often, it's these very trash talkers who end up facing instant karma, as seen in the video Instant Karma in the World of Sports. Let's start with the world of boxing. As a physically demanding and inherently violent sport, boxing is rife with harsh language. A prime example of this is the May 2006 fight between Oscar De La Hoya and Ricardo Mayorga. In the lead-up to their bout, Mayorga, who was the WBC super welterweight champion at the time, constantly hurled foul language at De La Hoya, starting a month before their scheduled match. During their press conference, Mayorga even crossed the line by insulting De La Hoya's wife and his ethnicity. Despite the backlash for his actions, Mayorga did not stop his psychological attacks on De La Hoya, continuing to provoke him with various insults even during their photo shoot session. This was all part of Mayorga's strategy to mentally unnerve De La Hoya before their fight. Unfortunately for Mayorga, all his insults were answered emphatically in the ring where De La Hoya fiercely dominated. Not only did De La Hoya silence Mayorga with his punches, but he also snatched Mayorga's championship belt, proving that sometimes excessive trash talk can backfire spectacularly. Continuing in the world of boxing and featuring the same notorious trash talker, Ricardo Mayorga, this time his opponent was the American boxer Shane Mosley in 2015. In the previous match, Mayorga's offenses were limited to verbal insults, but this time he escalated to a more severe act: sexual harassment. This incident occurred during a press conference for their match, where Shane Mosley had brought his girlfriend, Trista Pisani. In a shocking and unexpected move at the end of the press conference, Mayorga inappropriately slapped Pisani's buttocks, which shouldn't be depicted vulgarly. Understandably, this provoked Mosley's fury. But the provocations didn't stop there. During a boxing banquet, Mayorga once again acted inappropriately by blowing cigarette smoke in Mosley's face, further escalating tensions leading up to their bout. In what was supposed to be a 12-round fight, surprisingly, despite all his provocations, Mayorga could only last 6 rounds before admitting defeat. This loss was particularly humiliating for Mayorga, known for his provocations, as he had to concede defeat to the very person he had insulted. This incident serves as a testament to the idea that excess in anything can be detrimental. Provocation in sports might be acceptable to an extent, but when it crosses the line, it can have serious consequences. Moving from boxing to UFC, another combat sport filled with harsh words, we find a prime example of instant karma in the historic match between Conor McGregor and Khabib Nurmagomedov. This globally captivating match was rife with derogatory remarks made by Conor McGregor towards Khabib Nurmagomedov. During the press conference, McGregor even resorted to racial comments, labeling Khabib's race as terrorist, which naturally provoked outrage from many people, drawing the attention of those who previously paid little attention to UFC, to this McGregor versus Khabib fight. As the fight commenced, McGregor's arrogance remained unchanged and was evident from the start. Unfortunately, his long-standing boastful behavior resulted in a bitter outcome, as he had to endure a series of punches and ultimately admitted defeat. The conflict between these two UFC athletes became iconic, not just for the in-ring battle, but also for the various altercations outside the ring, including bus vandalism and post-match riots. This made their showdown one of the most heated and talked about matches in UFC history. Apart from physically combative sports, surprisingly, the trend of using harsh language leading to embarrassment is also seen in brain-intensive sports like chess. This was exemplified in a recorded local chess match between Boston Mike and Novice Noah. Although the setting appeared informal, it's worth noting that both players are among the many well-known online chess players on the platform chess.com, which had previously gone viral in Indonesia a few months earlier. In this particular video, Boston Mike repeatedly shouted and used indecent language towards Novice Noah in an attempt to disrupt the concentration of the 16-year-old player. However, these tactics failed, as Novice Noah managed to win the match. Boston Mike, standing in disappointment, rationalized his loss by claiming he had lost focus on Noah's moves. This behavior is reminiscent of the typical reluctance to admit defeat, where after talking big and losing, one resorts to making excuses. It's an embarrassing situation, especially considering one's age and expected maturity. Shifting from individual matchups to team sports, let's delve into football. When talking about karma in football, a notable example involves Cristiano Ronaldo during his time with Real Madrid. The first moment occurred during a match between Real Madrid and Atletico Madrid. During the game, Ronaldo got into a verbal altercation with Atletico's midfielder, Coque. Coque reportedly used offensive language towards Ronaldo, who responded in kind. However, Coque's words backfired as Ronaldo, whom he had just insulted, led Real Madrid to score 2 goals, contributing to Atletico Madrid's defeat. Additionally, there's another instance of karma involving Dante Bonfim Costa Santos, a defender playing for the German team Wolfsburg at the time. Dante once claimed that guarding Ronaldo was no more difficult than looking after his own child. This statement seemed ironic as Dante appeared to struggle ineffectively guarding Ronaldo, similar to how he implied his challenges in caring for his child, as Ronaldo consistently managed to score goals against him.